The NOIR International Black Business Expo 2015. This is Livingston Gilchrist, your host and facilitator for the day. Why NOIR Black Business Expo? Why? Because this is our time. It's our time to do for self. Carol Cato has put together an organization, an opportunity, a facility to give a platform for black business owners to express, for black people to come, engage effectively and invest, not purchase, invest and circulate the black pound.
Said, success comes with you guys. And one thing, I'm just looking at Aaron, and the thing is, when I talked about procrastinating, I remember calling Aaron and I said to him, I want to do this business thing, and I said, do you want to come? And he's going, you know what, I've always wanted to start a business, you know. And what I'm trying to say is that when you procrastinate, you're leaving somebody, you're stopping somebody from their blessing. Be careful, do not stop. And because of that, Aaron is now flying. You know, he's out there with his juice. So, Aaron, I'm giving you a plug. He's out there in a canteen with his plug. He was the guy that came and he was on it. He was on it, yeah?
My name is Aaron Warden. I'm the founder of Go Juice Detox. We have been established since 2008. I'm here today because I was here last year for Carol's first event in the hotel in Kensington. I came back again this year because the response we had from last year was phenomenal. I think the clientele that she attracts are perfect for the type of business that we do. I think the type of event she puts on, I think it has the right combination of business along with, you know, the social entrepreneurial elements. I think the event itself is a high quality event. And for the type of business that we do, it's a high quality health. And I think the audience that she has is the perfect audience that we're targeting. How do I see the business in the future? My goodness. I see this business being, it's actually three parts of the business. I'm a nutritional therapist by trade. We also combine cutting edge technology along with juice nutrition, cleansing and detox principles. The cutting edge technology is our scan. It's a non-invasive scan that we use to find out what's happening inside your body, identify any challenges, any stresses on your organs. Once you've identified the challenges, we then look at what cleansing you need, what detox you need. That's the second part, the cleansing and the detox. Once you've cleansed your organs one by one to get rid of a lot of the impurities to allow healing to facilitate within the body, then we start introducing our juices, which is the juice nutrition, the third part of the business, the juice nutrition. Now, in the future, what I see a group of consultants doing what I do with regards to the consulting and the scans. I see the detox products standing by themselves, and I see the juices as standalone products in the shops. Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Morrison's, and all the major high street stores. Bringing high quality health to the everyday person. I will 100% be back next year. Why would I be back next year? Because Carol has this innate knack of finding these exclusive venues that you never know where it's going to be. You never know where the next one's going to be, and they just keep getting better and better and better. So I'm already looking forward to next year because I just don't know what top-class venues you're going to have next year.
My name's Minister Lorraine Jones, and I'm representing Dwaynomics Community Interest Company Limited. The relevance of my speech was about young people and businesses. A number of young people that I engage with and that work within my company have expressed their desire to work in more black businesses.
We as business owners, and this is what the young people are saying to me, for me to echo you today. The young people are assets. Use us, they are saying. Use us, open your doors to us. Train us so that we can learn the skills that you need, because we have more energy, we have more drive, and we will prosper your business. The sad thing is, there are not many black businesses, and I say that with all conviction, that is doing enough to invest in our youth. And as a result of that, big corporations are making money off of our young people. And they're making money off of them through the legislations and the laws that have been set. And our young people are sitting and doing nothing, or they're in prison, or they're in the mental institution, or sadly, like my son, have died. So I'm echoing this to you. And what we want is for the businesses to come together so that we can invest in our young people, because they are very much business minded. Can I just hear a round of applause for them?
The public will benefit from this expo because there are a number of black businesses exhibiting a large range of products and services. And we don't really get to hear or know about these services on a large and a mainstream scale. So the expo actually brings all of these businesses together, where we're able to learn about these businesses, and we're also able to bring anyone else. I saw NatWest Bank here, and I think that they've obviously made the best of the opportunity that the Black Business Expo is doing, because banks, their whole objective is to invest and make money.
Citibank, which is a great bank, are utilising the strengths, the aspirations of our young people by giving them opportunities. And we need to do this as business owners too. We need to invest in these young people, give them a chance so that our businesses can grow and flourish, especially as people of colour. This young man is 21, and this young man, he slipped through the rails. He got into drugs, he went to prison, but he came out and he took a business course because of the support that he had, and he now has a business with other young people working under him. He is one of our greatest social entrepreneurs.
And bringing this expo together, the public should utilise this and know that they too can find some great businesses that they can invest in, and also in return get a good return from them.
Hello, my name's Maureen Samuel. My company is called MS Associates Occupational Health, and it is my company. I'm the director and the owner, and I started the company 15 years ago. I think it's a good opportunity to actually get together as a culture, group of people, black people, to make our children aware that there are positive role models out there, that anything you want to do, you can put your mind to, including setting a business. But also, in order to progress, we're in an environment where competition is really stiff, and no matter how good you are, sometimes you're not always, it's hard to reach those goals. It's a relentless struggle. And I think it's important, and it's about time now, even when we're generating money, that we put that money back into our community, into our own businesses. I have reached out to the universities locally to me in Bedfordshire, but what I would say, and I've had to turn people down, is that we require a high standard. So, you know, any young people handing in their CVs, please check it over. Make sure you're spelling your grammar. Because, you know, if we're going to run businesses, it has to be of a high calibre. We've got stiff competition out there. So whoever you take on has to be good. So what I found in the past is that a lot of CVs come through my letterbox, but not of good calibre, which is unfortunate. So for me, it's a running battle to try and, you know, still get people. But that's something for us to take on board as a group of people.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think the future of black businesses, the potential is great. Bringing businesses, bringing yourselves to the Expo, it gives us the opportunity to network, to meet like-minded people, business people, but also to raise our game. And just before I was asked to do this interview, I was talking to a group of friends who have attended, and we're actually sort of talking about how are we going to drive this forward. We cannot walk away from here and not make a difference. It's something we've spoken about for years, and we need to drive it forward.
Hello, my name's Eddie Nestor. I have a show on BBC Radio London. It's a drive time show. It's on from 5 to 7, Monday to Friday, but I've been on the Real McCoy. I've done all sorts of things. I play music, I compare, I sell myself, really, for people's entertainment. It's fantastic coming to this expo today because NOIR, it just gives, I mean, the name is fantastic in itself, but it does give people an opportunity to come forward, meet like-minded people, and to get themselves going. Sometimes it's about just renewing what you already believe. Sometimes it's about finding people who might be able to help you, or actually, sometimes you feel better when you help someone else. So it's been brilliant to see all the stuff that's done. I've just given a little chat in there. Going back to leaving Casualty. So I left Casualty, 88, and then I didn't have any money. I didn't have any children, I didn't have any problem, but I didn't have any money. So I went to the job centre, and a woman at the job centre asked me for my autograph, and that hurt, because that ain't right. And then other people were staring at me, and that hurt, because that ain't right. And then they gave me a job, and I'm thankful to the guy who did it, that it was a cleaning job, and I was cleaning a cubicle while somebody was using the next one, and it wasn't, no, I mean, I don't believe there should be cubicles anywhere, because I don't want to hear that, sir. And that's what I was doing, and from that day I put down the broom, and I decided that I would never do it again, and therefore I've tried to do everything else. So I act, I compare, I do all sorts of things, play music, but I'm not going to go on the dole. And I've never been on it since that year, because it just wasn't me. I didn't feel right. And when I talk to young people now, I say you get more satisfaction from going and doing a day's work than you do from sitting down there smoking weed and playing PlayStation. I promise you. It's tough, but you've got to put yourself in a position where perhaps you can get it. So I went to Upton House School. The only 2 exams I passed were taught to me by 2 black men. One was Mr. Pete, and the other was Mr. Ejegbo. Mr. Pete has a son now called Nathaniel, who's got pictures on Facebook with himself and Richard Branson. Mr. Ejegbo became a knight, Sir Keith Ejegbo, and worked to help other head teachers all around South London. So that told me 2 things. A, that people like me, young black boys, responded to black men. B, that those 2 guys were very special, and I'm forever grateful for them, to them, for what they did. Hopefully people have enjoyed it and understood perhaps why I do what I do. Now the great thing about this kind of thing is the way forward is quite clearly A, mentoring, B, networking. You need people like you help people, they help you, and that is the way forward. Once we've worked that out, we'll be all right. At the minute, we're in a kind of transitional stage as far as I can see it. We're working it out, and it's brilliant to be at an event that's doing exactly that at a fancy building as well. Brilliant.
Prior to that, we have a gentleman who is highly esteemed, highly respected, highly regarded. A bit of background. Bidemi is the managing consultant of Business Excel UK, a business consultancy passionate about entrepreneurs, startups, and growing SMEs. His knowledge and core expertise are in business strategy and planning. Bidemi is currently the Director of Barnet Enterprise Centre, BEC, the Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Association for African-Owned Enterprise UK, otherwise known as AAOE. He is also the General Manager of Christians in Business Network, CIBN. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a warm welcome for Mr. Bidemi Labi.
People think all banks have the same lending criteria. It's just not the case. Barclays' lending criteria is usually quite different from NatWest's lending criteria. They look for certain things, and they look for example, I know for a fact that Barclays, if you don't have an account with them, they seldom lend to you. If you do have an account with them, they will look at your account history to see how much you leave in your account on a month-on-month basis before they pre-qualify you. And Barclays usually pre-qualify you for a loan. So if you go to them with a business plan saying you want to borrow from them, 9 out of 10 you probably will get turned down, unless of course you're a switcher, i.e. you've got your business account somewhere else and you want to bring your business account over to them so that they can lend to you and they will still apply their criteria to it. So a significant amount of research needs to go into that as well.
My name is Tony Betu. I come from the Legali organisation, and we challenge misrepresentation of African people in media. So we are a community education-based organisation, but we here really in our commercial sense that we've produced a film called Beauty Is. And these 3 images encapsulate that. And going into the Google website and typing in the word beauty, and what you'll see if you do that now on your phones, on your computers, your tablets, is that you'll be bombarded with a sea of images. And in these images, you'll find that our form, the African form, is absent from that. And so really it was quite clear that if Google is the #1 search engine in not just the UK, but across the Western world and perhaps the entire world, then what happens when the idea of beauty has been shaped in such a way that we are excluded from that definition? One of the reasons why I felt it was important to come down today was because even though we do community products or projects, our film Beauty Is was actually almost a commercial product. So it had a lot of commercial elements to it, like how we market it, how we produced it, how we saw it to fruition. And many of those lessons actually can be applied to any business in our community, and also those that actually have a real charitable aim. And I thought it was a good message to share, and it was a great audience. One of the challenges that we have as businesses, independent businesses, is that many times we work alone. And we become isolated by doing that. And there's a good reason why that happens. Sometimes you'll find there's a massive crowd and it's always that one person who's kind of like pushing it and driving everything forward. And this is a constant thing that you see. But in reality, one of the things I find out, when you have large projects, it is essential that you have critical feedback, which is the reason why I say you need a team. I say a minimum of 3 people. They don't even have to be fully engaged 24 hours, 365 days of the year, but you do need a couple of other people that can challenge you, give you ideas, so that you can reason with them, and even basics like redundancy. So if you're ill and you can't make, in the case of filmmaking, an interview, someone else can go out on your behalf. Well, one of the best things about being here today is actually seeing so many enterprising businesses. I mean, it's just a fantastic range of diversity, and the professionalism, the range of quality is just so great. I'm not even sure there's much I can say to the exhibitors other than keep on doing what you're doing, and I'm going to be here next year just to come and actually take part in what you're doing. It's just fantastic. To the public, I think that if you're not here, you're actually missing something great. You should actually be here. I'm saying this to someone who's actually given a presentation, but actually I want to take that hat off now and actually become a member of the public and just go around and actually see the range of products in our community. Because far too often we hear that there are no businesses, that all we can do is sports, all we can do is dancing, all we can do is fug life. And being here today is a really strong, powerful reminder of the richness of business enterprise that we have in our community.
So my name is Leon Brown. I'm the owner and founder of a company called Christian English, which is a high quality mobile tailor, making suits and shirts in collaboration with the client who chooses their fabrics and who also has a large input into the design of the product. I founded the company in 2011 while I was working full-time in my day job as a trader in the City of London. The exhibition is fantastic to see like-minded people who are doing something for themselves, Many of these people were in a position that I was in earlier in the year, which was what I call an entreployee, somebody who's entrepreneurially minded, but is employed by somebody else for the time being. And it's great to see many people making the transition from being entreployees to full-time entrepreneurs. The business is going to grow from being tailor-made suits and shirts to being grooming products, accessories, anything where the customer has an input into the design of the product. So I see it growing rapidly over the next 18 months, heavily involved in weddings, heavily involved with customers who need to look a little bit special for special events, or just because they've got a big ego and want to look great.
Hello, my name's Carmen. I'm unfranchised business owner with marketunitedkingdomshop.com, and I'm representing Motives Cosmetics. I'm here with my daughter Samira. The company was established 23 years ago through Market America, and it's been in the UK for 3 years. The products, it's Motives Cosmetics. We currently have 2.1 million followers on Instagram. It's a mineral-based, for the most part, paraben-free makeup range, and it caters for beauty in every shade. In the future, I see the business growing, I see it establishing. The business is one that it goes with the trends, so it changes with all trends and current trends. So I see it developing in the future. I'll definitely be coming next year, and I'd like to thank Carol for providing this opportunity for people of colour, giving us a chance as entrepreneurs to showcase what we do. And thank you ever so much to Carol and NOIR International, Black Business.
My name is Ivana Kiba. I'm a spoken word artist, singer-songwriter and also entrepreneur. And it's a pleasure to be here at the event today to also network with other Black British business people as well, and also to show them the product that's available, which is my album, Fly First Love Yourself, which is a fusion of spoken word poetry, reggae and soul. And it's a lot basically about my journey to self-love, and it's told through this medium of spoken word poetry, reggae and soul. You have a lot of uplifting tracks on there, transformational tracks as well, inspiring tracks. It's very positive. So we have tracks for men, so you have poems like Black Man, which is really uplifting, a celebration of black men. You have tracks like Introspection, which is mostly for women. It's talking about, you know, being yourself and being authentic and loving yourself for you. You also have some duets with a couple of male artists, love songs as well. So it's, you know, it's a bit of something for everyone. So I just really wanted to showcase it somewhere like this, and the feedback has been great today actually. I've sold quite a few albums and people are really interested in what I'm saying through the album. I'd be very much interested in exhibiting next year because it went so well this year, so I would definitely.
Position is designer maker of my jewelry company, Morrow Jewelry. My company was established in 2006. It's important for me to be part of this exhibition because I want to share my wares with other like-minded persons who do business, and we can grow together, connect, and, you know, build a better business entrepreneurship for our community. Well, I want to start teaching people and hopefully expand overseas. That's what I want to do. Yes, I will be. I like the new people that I've met doing the exhibition here. So hopefully by next year I'll make more connections and we can just grow and develop. Yes, I'll definitely be exhibiting next year. I find it a very good show, well organized, and I think that you know, you get better connections from the people I've met. I've met some new different businesses, we've made connections, so hopefully we can work together and develop for the future.
My name, Livingston Gilchrist. I represent MLB Learning Solutions as well as GBE, Global Black Enterprises. For us, this has been a phenomenal event, successful beyond expectations. We are proud to be here, to be a part of this organization, and we recognize that this is only the beginning. There are times in life that we are pursuing a path. I started out many years ago as an engineer, and after qualifying I realized that I didn't have a passion for engineering. So I sought to change my career. It was very challenging. I was prepared to take any job to shift my career. Why? This might sound whimsical, but I recall at the age of 16, sitting with my family, looking at the TV, and I saw this gentleman step off a plane, sharp suit, briefcase, step down onto the tarmac, and there's a car waiting for him. I said, that's what I'm going to be, a businessman. No idea what a businessman meant or what they do. However, that dream stayed within me. It wasn't meant to be just purely a businessman. There's a term many are called, few are chosen. I would like to believe that I have been chosen to do something that makes a difference in people's lives. Fast forward many years later.
Hi, I'm Carol Cato. I'm the founder of NOIR International. And today is the 11th of October. And today is the Buy Black Weekender. I'm finally having my expo. It's been a wonderful day, thanks to my volunteers who've been out in full support. Thanks for my stall holders. I've been inspired to do this because I felt that we didn't have enough platforms for black entrepreneurs, black businesses. When I started looking for a black business many years ago, it was very difficult to find, still is difficult to find. But the problem I feel is that we're still not getting the funding, we're still not getting the help that we need. So I decided to step up to the plate and have these venues, events to inspire and to create new businesses for small and up-and-coming businesses. So I thank everyone for coming out today, who has come out in numbers. People are in awe of what's happened today. People have been in their homes, selling online, selling at small markets, but now they've come to the city and they're very happy. And I'm going to continue on to do this quest. And one of the things I want to do next year is to have a 2-day weekend, Buy Black Weekend. And I'm looking for support, I'm looking for sponsors, I'm looking for help. Anyone who wants to help and be part of this Black initiative, please contact me. Again, my name is Carol Noah, and I thank you all for listening and being here. Thank you.